Do you speak English like this?
What is your name? My name is XYZ.
Or do you speak it this way? What's your name? My name is XYZ. So if you speak English with your native language or mother tongue accent and you want to change it, please do watch this video till the end. Hi, I'm 𝘚𝘳𝘦𝘦. Nice to meet you. If it's your first time on this channel, let me give you a quick intro. On this channel, I break down and share every skill and every insight that I have learned the hard way so that you don't have to. So please consider subscribing to my channel so that we can learn and grow together. I'm from South India, and a number of friends were complimenting me saying that I have a good accent. After watching my previous video, I still have a lot more to improve. I do fall off the American accent at times, and I'm still working on it. Anyway, in this video, I will be guiding you on how to enhance your accent while I share my experience of learning the American accent. I spent my childhood in Bhutan, and the people of Bhutan speak in 𝘚𝘳𝘦𝘴, the language called 𝘚𝘳𝘴, which is their national language. I studied 𝘚𝘳𝘴 till, I guess, almost till class 2. After that, I didn't study it. I was not able to cope with this subject, this language, and there was no one to help me with the language. It's not my mother tongue, so I found it very difficult to learn it. Or rather, I was lazy. When we were kids, we don't like studying, so we find excuses to escape from studying. Since I dropped 𝘚𝘳𝘴, I had no other option other than to use English to talk to other classmates and teachers. Now, back then, there was no YouTube or other social media, so I again struggled with English. I was not good at it. But I did understand 𝘚𝘳𝘴 because all the teachers and the students, everyone's talking in their language all the time, so I got used to it. I did understand the language even if I didn't speak it. In fact, I would understand the concepts that's being taught by the teachers. They teach in 𝘚𝘳𝘴 rather than in English. So that was my situation. Now I wonder, how did I even communicate with the people out there? I was a silent kid back then, so I didn't need to talk much. Now, the teachers out there had a pretty good accent. It was not like the American accent, but it was better than that kind of cringe, awkward slang. So almost 8 years back, I started listening to English songs. The time when the songs like Shape of You by Ed Sheeran and Blank Space by Taylor Swift are trending. So at that time, Western music just piqued my interest and I started listening to the songs. I looked up the lyrics and tried singing along with the song. I used to try to sing songs with the karaoke apps like Star Maker, Musically or things like that. And so I was filled with this passion to learn the American accent. So this desire in me to learn the accent was real, that I took every opportunity to learn the accent seriously. I used to watch a lot of TED Talks and different videos on drawing, crafts, and other stuff on YouTube. Videos which had native English speaker narration, but I never watched English films. I don't know why, but I didn't feel like watching them. It was mostly from the content on YouTube. I also used to listen to podcasts on Spotify, like the American English podcast. I also looked up on videos on how to learn his accent. I used to look for idioms and phrases that are used. Anime fans are gonna sue me for this. So recently, I binge watched a lot of anime series, English dubbed anime series, so that I can be familiar with the accents and learn the common phrases that can be used in day-to-day talks. You can't just learn the accent just by listening. You have to repeat it. You have to learn to speak, right? So what I did was I used to try to read textbooks. Whenever I was studying for exams, I would read the textbooks and try and get this American accent. That was my strategy. I was studying for the exam at the same time I was, improving my accent. So it was 2 birds in 1 shot. I would read out sentences loud, I wanted to memorize things. So whenever I did that, I made sure that I try to pronounce or say it with the accent. Now the question is it necessary to speak like Americans? Do you have to have the American accent? The answer is no. Not really. If you really want, you can study this American accent or learn this American accent. Actually, the English language has different accents. One is the American accent. Second one is British accent. In India, we follow the British English, but we don't have the British accent. It's funny how Indians have created our own accent, and now it's considered as the Indian accent. And there is the Australian accent, the Aussie accent. The Indian accent has kind of become an acceptable accent. But what you should avoid is that cringe and awkward slang and the suffixes of native languages that you add to the words. For example, you say, if I put in the Malayalam accent,
What are you doing?
you can see that I've added the sound to each of the words, like what is doing. You have to avoid that. Remove the suffix from it. Not what, it's what. It's not is, it's is. It's not doing it, it's doing. So before I tell you the steps to learn this accent, I want to tell you this. In formal American English, you pronounce all the words correctly. You don't have this native, foreign language accents in it, but you have to pronounce each of the words correctly. Like you have to sound the words. For example, if I say what, it should be what. You have the T sound there. But when Americans speak, like when they're informal, you don't have that T sound there. Like it's what. So if you want to sound more American, you have to use the informal because most of the time it's the informal English that's being used. So if you're still watching this video, please do give it a like and do subscribe to my channel. Now let me explain the 3 steps to become an American. Let me explain the 3 steps to sound like an American. So the first step is to remove or drop the native language prefixes or suffixes. If you're saying, what are you doing? You don't say, what are you doing? No, you say, what are you doing? Try to repeat after me. It is, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? And try to remove the native language slang. Like you have this kind of stretched, like,
What are you doing?
you have some difference in the pronunciation. So you have to drop that consciously. So the second step is to learn the key differences, the sound differences in the American accent. So there's a change of sounds for letters. Certain letters have different sounds when they are placed differently. So let me tell you 5 common changes that you can note consciously so that you can change to American accent. First is the letter T. The letter T sounds like a D when it appears between 2 vowels. For example, say we have the word water, T-W-A-T-E-R, water. Here, the T is between A and E. So there are 2 vowels and the T is between them. So you have to pronounce it as D, not water. Saying water is okay, but Americans say it like this, water, water. But in accent it goes water. It's not water, it's water. Another example, better, B-E-T-T-E-R. Better. See, it's not about the vowel letters, it's about the vowel sounds. When I say pretty, E sound is there. And at the end, again, pretty, E. Again, another E sound appears. So these are both vowels. And so we say it as pretty, and not pretty. It's pretty. The second point to note is when words end with ing, we don't sound or give emphasis to the letter G. If I say the word doing, they say doing. You stop till N. You don't say the G. It's not going, it's going. It's not trying, it's trying. Third is you have to drop the T sound whenever you are talking fast. For example, in words like internet. It's not internet, it's not interview, it's interview, internet. The fourth point is you have to stress on the R sound. Like you have to roll the R sound. For example, car. It's not car. It's car. R. It's not girl. It's girl. It's not world. It's world. Not first. It's first. Girl. First. World. You roll the tongue to make that R sound. And the fifth point is whenever T appears at the end of the word, sometimes we skip the sound. For example, when you say, what are you doing? When you say what, you don't have to pronounce the T sound. Like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I didn't pronounce the T. What are you doing? You don't have to say that. You just say, what are you doing? What are you doing? Now, the step number 3 to learn this accent is to blend and link the words and sentence. The Americans, when they speak, they're just speaking so fast and they have this flow. So you have to connect words. Like you had to cut out some syllables, change them, and you have to blend it together, club it together into a single word or phrase. For example, if I want to say I don't know, I'll say I don't know. Let me go. It's let me go. Again, the sentence, what are you doing? When it's informal, they just club it together and they say, what you doing? what you doing, what you doing. And when you have a word plus to together, we change the way we pronounce it. So if I say I want to will become I wanna. I am going to will become I'm gonna. So want to becomes wanna, going to becomes gonna, trying to becomes trying. Like I'm trying to teach you. Like I'm trying to check this out. And kind of becomes kinda. So with these 3 steps, you can imitate or mimic the sound, the accent, or the sound of these American speakers. But if you really want to sound like them, you have to learn common idioms and phrases that they use, and also we have to learn the expression. You know, Americans, they have a different way of expressing things. Like you may feel like it's a bit dramatic, but they express a lot. Like with the hand gestures and their facial expressions, do a bit more than usual so that you become more expressive in the language. And they do have a different intonation. Like
But someone's jealous.
there's an intonation going on. American speakers, they have a different intonation that's completely different from the native Asian languages. So you have to. So the only way to learn is to keep listening to them. Like you have to keep listening to native speakers, native American speakers, watch videos, listen to podcasts. And if you have the opportunity, try to meet native speakers and talk to them. So the most important thing is that you have to have this passion to learn it. Only then you will consciously start noticing the changes, and so you will be able to learn it. You have to keep listening and you try imitating them. Like you turn on a video or a movie clip, you listen to it, try to act like them, try to imitate them. So that's how you practice. And as I said, whenever you read something, when you read a book, just try to imitate them, like imitate the accent. Try to focus on the things that I've said. If you constantly keep listening to these native speakers, you automatically capture it. And if you want to learn it quick, you have to spend some time daily so that you can do it. For me, like I had this interest, but I didn't spend much time into this. That's why I took so many years, like almost 8 years to get to where I am right now. That I am not perfect, because for me that interest to learning accent was seasonal. Like one day I feel like when I learn, I spend some time, and other days I don't do it. That's why I took so much time. But if you focus, if you invest some time daily, then you can do this. You can learn it quickly. It's no big deal. You can learn it quickly. So as I said, you have to learn the idioms and phrases that you use. For example, a phrase like we'll get the hang of it. Another idiom is it's not my cup of tea. Like it's not my area, or like it's not my place of interest or area. Say something out of the blue, once in a blue moon. It's raining cats and dogs. Phrases and idioms like this, you have to learn it. The only way to do this is to keep listening and consciously maybe write it down and learn it. If you really want me to explain all the phrases and idioms that I've learned, then please do comment video on idioms and phrases in the comment section so that I'll try making a video on all the things that I've learned, like the idioms and phrases I have learned. And yet another thing is that you have to have a proper grammar. The grammar I know is that of what is being taught in our schools. So I think that's the basic grammar that you need, like the tenses, active, passive voice, direct, indirect speeches. You know, the basic grammar has been taught in schools, but yet I find that so many people get it wrong all the time. So maybe you can try recollecting those things and tips, because I have already studied the basics. Now it automatically comes to me. I don't have to, consciously construct sentences. If you just keep listening to native speakers, you will automatically learn it. If you really want me to make a video specifically on something that you didn't get it, then please do comment it in the comment section and I'll try to make a video on it. Oh wait, if you haven't liked the video, please do like it and subscribe to my channel so that we can keep in touch. So that's how I learned the accent, and so I've given you the tips. Bye. See you in the next video.